Hey guys, right here I have a 2015 Mercedes-Benz C-200 SE Executive. And today I'm going to make a startup and full vehicle tour video of it, show you the features inside and out. So here is the key. Let's go ahead and start it up first. The W205 C-Class gets a direct steer, speed-sensitive rack and pinion electric power steering system. Standard on the SE trim is a leather-wrapped steering wheel with sport grips at the 10 and 2 o'clock positions. Buyers of the C200 in the UK can choose between a 6-speed manual or this car's optional 7G-tronic 7-speed automatic. The latter is controlled using the direct select gear lever located on the right of the steering column. When in drive, manual shifting is possible via the pedal shifters on the back of the top two steering wheel spokes, where the left pedal downshifts and the right pedal upshifts. Shifting into reverse activates the reverse camera, which is standard across the UK C-Class range. The reverse camera does have guidance lines to help one reverse, and by using the control knob on the center console, you can select two different views for the reverse camera and also adjust the brightness of the display. For 2016 cars, the executive package adds on active parking assist with Parktronic. A toggle switch to the left of the center console controls the vehicle's agility select driving modes. There are 5 modes to choose from, 4 of them with preset settings that allows drivers to select based on what they prefer. Eco mode tunes the car towards better fuel efficiency by changing the engine and the air conditioning settings to perform economically. In this mode, the steering is at the comfort setting and the start-stop function is active. Comfort is the default mode with no changes to the settings. In Sport and Sport Plus, the engine and the steering is tuned for a sportier drive and the air conditioning system is at the comfort level. The only difference between these two modes is that the former has the start-stop function active and the latter turns off the start-stop function. The 5th mode, Individual, lets drivers configure the engine, the steering, the start-stop function and the air conditioning settings to their liking. The W205 C-Class comes with an electronic parking brake as standard. The lever is located below the headlight switch, and when the parking brake is engaged, put your foot on the brake and pull the lever out to disengage. Push the lever back in to engage the parking brake. In terms of safety, the C-Class gets 7 airbags, anti-lock braking system with electronic brake force distribution and brake assist, electronic stability program, attention assist, collision prevention assist plus, adaptive brake lights, tire pressure monitoring system, an alarm system with immobilizer, and ISOFIX child seat anchor points for the rear seats. Now, let's turn on the hazards, lights, rear fog light, take a look at the engine, and roll down the driver's side window. The SE trim comes with 16-inch multi-spoke alloy rims. The rims on this car are wrapped in Michelin Energy Saver 205 60R16 tires. For the brakes, the front gets ventilated discs, while the back gets solid discs. The suspension consists of multi-link setups front and rear. Mercedes' contender in the compact executive segment, the C-Class, has been around since 1993. Designed as a replacement for the 190 series, the C-Class has so far seen 4 generations. The latest W205 C-Class was first unveiled at the end of 2013, with production starting in 2014. There are 4 body styles available for the latest C-Class: the W205 Saloon, the S205 Estate, the C205 Coupe, and the A205 Convertible. Riding on the all-new modular rear-wheel drive architecture or MRA platform, the W205 C-Class is bigger, more comfortable, and safer than the preceding W204 range. Underneath the C200's bonnet is Mercedes' M274 DE20AL 2-litre dual overhead cams, 16 valves, turbocharged inline-4 petrol engine with direct injection and variable valve timing. This engine produces 181 horsepower at 5500 RPM and 300 Nm of torque between 1200 and 4000 RPM. With the automatic, 0 to 62 miles per hour or 0 to 100 kilometers per hour takes 7.3 seconds, and the top speed is 146 miles per hour, which is 235 kilometers per hour. The fuel tank is 66 liters, and the combined fuel consumption for the C200 is 53.3 miles per gallon or 5.3 liters per 100 kilometers. 123 grams of carbon dioxide is emitted per kilometer when riding on 16-inch wheels. This C200 is rear-wheel drive. The W205 C-Class made its UK debut in 2014. Currently, for the 2016 model year, 4 diesel engines are available in the form of the C200D, the C220D, the C250D, and the C300H. Petrol options are the C200, the C350E, and the Mercedes-AMG C63 and the C63S. The regular C-Class range is available in SE, Sport, and AMG line trims, while the C350E is only available in Sport trim. Exterior features of the C200 SE includes automatic manual leveling halogen reflector headlights, automatic wipers, LED daytime running lights, LED rear lights, LED rear fog light, LED rear number plate lights, indicators on the side mirrors, body-colored door handles and side mirrors, front grille with integrated star and twin slats in matte iridium silver, and matte black side window trims. You do have your bottle holder down there together with some storage. Right here you do have your mirror controls, window controls. All of the windows in this car are fully automatic in both directions, and you do have your window lock right here as well. Right here you do have your central locking buttons, and right here you have the button to activate the 3-stage heated driver's seat. And you do have your speaker right here as well. adjustable aircon vent, and to the right of the headlight switch you have the lever to adjust the brightness of the interior at night, as well as the lever to adjust the level of the headlight. Mercedes-Benz floor mats for this car, and you do get Mercedes-Benz door sills for the front. The driver's seat in this C200 SE Executive does get part electric and part manual adjustments. The electric adjustments consists of your seat back control as well as your seat height control, while the manual adjustment consists of your seat position control adjusted via this lever right here. Alright. So let's go ahead and see how she revs. The C200 SE Executive does come standard with a dual zone automatic climate control system with all of your controls located right here. From left to right, you do have your passenger side temperature, different modes, fan speed, automatic, front and rear defrost, sync, recirculation, air conditioning, and your driver's side temperature. Now, sync means if you have it turned on, the driver's side will control the temperature for both sides, but if you turn it off, each side will have their individual temperature controls. If you hit the menu lever in the middle, this lever will actually bring up your climate control data full screen on the infotainment display right above. But the regular display for the climate control is just a small strip at the bottom of the infotainment display. As you can see down there. With the executive package, the C200 SE gets the Audio 20 head unit with Garmin Map Pilot navigation. This system features a 7-inch high-resolution color display, various media connectivity options, SD card-based navigation, and 5 speakers for the sound system. I must say, for a stock sound system, the speakers in the C-Class do sound quite decent. The display right above can actually be controlled 2 ways, and both of the controls are located down the center console. You do have this knob that goes up, down, left, right, scrolls to the left, scrolls to the right, and clicks down for enter. You also do have your return and favorite buttons right in front of the knob. You also do have this touchpad, which is the second way, where you can go up, down, left, right. The touchpad is clickable, so you can click down as well. You also do have your return, favorite, and menu buttons on the touchpad as well. Now, in Mercedes-Benz fashion, the display actually works in a 3-tier format, so you do have your main menus right above, sub-menus in the middle, and the options for the sub-menu down below. We are currently in your Bluetooth audio streaming menu with your current song playing information. To the left, you do have your artist, album, song duration. To the right, you do have your song title. You can use either the knob or the touchpad to go left to go back a song, and go right to go forward a song. If we push the knob down, you can bring up a list of options. You can select your Bluetooth audio devices, play mode, volume, and your traffic announcements. You can play pause, select your media device, and your sound with your bass, mid, treble, balance and fader. And if we click the knob up or the touchpad flick up, you can bring up your list of media options. You do have Bluetooth audio streaming, information on media, CD, memory card, media interface 1 and media interface 2. The 2 media interfaces is basically your USB port. Next up, we do have your radio, and in your radio you can access your FM, AM and DAB digital radio menus, look at your list of available radio stations in the area, tune to your desired radio stations and all that. Under navigation, the navigation in this car is provided by Garmin, so the interface will be familiar to those who use Garmin a lot. You can enter your destination right here via points of interest, address, go home, your nearest Mercedes-Benz service center, your favorites, recently found destinations, exit services, towns, junctions, browse the map, and coordinates. You can view the map right here as well. If you just use the knob, you can enter your interactive map if you push the knob up, down, left or right. You can also use the touchpad. To exit the interactive map, just hit the return button. Within the map, you also do have your compass and your speed. If we push the knob down or flick the touchpad down, you can bring up a list of options, recently found, browse points of interest, exit services, compass, my route and all that. You can even enter your navigation settings with your system settings, your navigation map settings, map display, traffic and alerts, language, my data and all that. Hit return to go back to the main menu. And right here you do have your telephone where you can dial a number, bring up your options list. You can import contacts right here. You can connect a device, look at your call lists. And if you select the main menu right above, you can go between telephone, internet, and information on telephone or internet. And next up we do have vehicle with your system settings, favorite functions, language, display, rear view camera settings, activating Bluetooth and all that. You even have your time settings right here, your time zone, summertime, set time manually and all that. And you can even turn the display off right here. If we select the main menus right above, you can enter your vehicle settings with your lights, locks, tow away protection, motion sensors and all that. Your agility select, which is basically this lever as shown earlier. Your consumption information. And your owner's manual. You can even select your time right here. And that's about it. As mentioned earlier on, if you hit the menu lever for the climate control, it brings up your climate control information on the display. You can select your airflow, select the temperature, air distribution, and down below you can turn on your sync, climate control, air conditioning and all that. Hit return to go back to the previous menu. Right down here you do have your CD player. It is MP3 compatible, eject button for the CD player, and you also do have your shortcut buttons for your navigation, radio, media, telephone, your vehicle settings, and as shown earlier, your hazard light button is right here. Right here, you do have a couple of cup holders, a bit of storage, as well as a power outlet. Central locking, on the steering wheel, the right spoke houses your audio controls with your volume, mute button, your on-hook off-hook buttons for the Bluetooth telephone system, as well as your voice control button. On the left spoke, you can turn off your voice control right here, while the up, down, OK, home and return buttons actually control your multi-information display located within the instrument cluster. Right now you do have your digital speedometer, mileage and trip meter, your range and instant fuel consumption, your eco display, your driving data from the last startup with your distance traveled, average speed, average fuel consumption and elapsed time, driving data from the last reset, and back to your digital speedometer. Hit the home button to go back to the main menu, and right here you can select between your driving data, navigation, radio, media, telephone, assistance graphics. Under assistance graphics you do have your attention assist information and all that. Your service information with your vehicle messages, tire pressure monitoring system, and your service indicator. Your vehicle settings with your assistance, instrument cluster settings, vehicle settings, and resetting the system back to factory settings. Within that display, down below, you do have your outside temperature and time. And right above, you do have your digital speedometer in kilometers per hour, your agility select information, your gear position, as well as your auto start stop information. On the top left stalk, you do have your wiper and indicator controls. On the bottom left stalk, you do have your cruise control and speed limiter controls. And as shown earlier, on the right stalk, you do have your gear lever. The steering wheel in this car is tilt and telescopic. You adjust it using this lever right here. Right here you do have your volume control, power button, and right here you have the button to turn on or off the vehicle's automatic start-stop system. If you do have the system activated, the engine will momentarily shut off when you arrive at a stop, such as a traffic light or a traffic jam, to save that extra bit of petrol or diesel depending on what the car is running on. You do have a center armrest with storage down below. You do have a storage strap right here, and your USB ports. There are 2 of them. Manual dimming, rear view mirror, sunglass holder, and you do have your reading lights right below the rear view mirror. Your interior lights, this one turns on the light at the rear, and you do have your SOS buttons right above as well. Sun visor for the driver's side does get a vanity mirror and a light. And the driver does get a grip handle. All of the interior lights in this car are LED powered. Alright. So I guess that's it for the startup. We can turn it off right now. And continue with the rest of the tour. You do have your storage area down below together with a bottle holder, and your window control is right there. I did set the driver's seat to a position that I would feel comfortable in. I'm about 5'7", which is about 1.7 meters tall. There is actually no room to stretch out my feet underneath the driver's seat. As for leg room, I do get about this much. And I do get about this much headroom. While the back may not be the most spacious in its class, but it is actually quite comfortable. You do have sort of like cutouts on the front seat backs that aid with a bit of extra legroom. You do get a storage area right there, and down below you do get a rear center armrest with storage underneath it, as well as a couple of cup holders that pop out. And you do get grip handles on the ceiling with hooks for both sides at the back. Electronic fuel flap. There are actually a couple of ways to access the boot. The first way is via the button right beneath the Mercedes-Benz badge on the boot lid itself, and the second way is via the button on the key. The W205 C-Class gets a 480-litre boot. With the executive package, the C-Class gets 40-20-40 split folding rear seats as standard, which can be folded using the levers next to the boot hinges. With the rear seats folded, longer items can now be carried. On both sides of the boot, you can find hooks to hang items on and storage pockets, and to the right there is a light that illuminates the area. Underneath the boot floor is some storage and a folding box which can be erected to store items in. You do get adjustable headrests front and rear. have your storage area and bottle holder down there. Your window control right there. Speaker right there. And the button for your 3-stage front passenger heated seat right here. The front passenger seat in this C200 SE Executive does get part electric and part manual adjustments as well, with the same set of controls as the driver's side, which means these controls right here control your seat back and seat height, while the manual control consists of your seat position control adjusted via this lever right here. You do have a storage pocket right here. Mercedes-Benz door sills for this side as well. Lockable glove box. It is of a nice size. Grip handles for the front passenger, and the front passenger's sun visor does get a vanity mirror and a light as well. Alright, so let's start it up with the door closed. Alright, so that's it for the startup and full vehicle tour video of this 2015 Mercedes-Benz C200 SE Executive. Thanks for watching and goodbye.